Hello, this is Monsi from Monsi Makes, and today I'm showing you how to paint not a cat. Let me explain. So I was asked to paint a cat, a watercolor cat, in my loose freestyle way where I just apply some water on a journal page and just kind of do a freestyle painting and then I sketch in after. I've never attempted to paint a cat before. So I went about doing it the way I know how, thinking of a cat in my mind's eye and just kind of trying to make it come true on paper. I don't know if many of you realize this or not, but I do not look at Pinterest images or look for images on the web. I just kind of paint what comes to me for the most part, and I rely on my imagination. I'm trying to get better at that, but as you can see, this was an awful attempt at painting a cat. I tried, I really, really tried. It just kept looking more like a wolf. At some point, it started looking like a person. It was a dog for a bit. I attempted changing the body shape, the body posture. I kept staring at it. And then I figured, you know what, I'll just blend out the whole thing and make it really, really abstract. So it's the idea of a cat than a real cat, because I'm not very good at painting realistic stuff. As you might have seen from the succulent I painted recently, it's a struggle for me. It's a real struggle, but I was determined. I'd been asked to paint a cat and I was going to do it. I wasn't going to give up. So that's what you see here. It's my very, very sincere attempt at making this work. And there was a point when I was like, you know what? I gave it my best. It's not working. I'm just going to do something else. I had no idea when I took out my acrylic inks what I was going to do. I just put in some red, looked like some flowers, then I put some green in, and I was like, okay, these could be hollyhocks. Of course, I don't know what hollyhocks really look like in terms of, the actual structure of the plant and what the leaves shapes are and things like that. But hollyhocks grew around my school outside the principal's office. I always admired them, and you never wanted to be, taken to the principal's office, but I would find excuses to hang around outside admiring the beautiful flowers. So I just ended up making a whimsical interpretation of hollyhocks. I'm using air quotes right now. But that's kind of what happens sometimes, when you are trying your hardest at making something and it's just not working out. These are the times when you got to say to yourself, okay, you know what? I'm going to attempt painting a cat again, but this time maybe I will get some help. Maybe I will look at an image of a cat and I will paint that. So this is my way of sharing with you that sometimes your best attempts, your best efforts will not end up in what you started out with. I started out painting a cat. This is not a cat. But I ended up with something I still like. It was a process, it was a journey. I had to figure out at what point I was going to give up and turn this into something else. I didn't shut my journal on myself, I didn't give up. So that's the lesson there. And I did end up taking my micron pen and then doing the outline of what in my mind's eye I remembered of the hollyhock's shape. So that's what you see me doing here, just doodling on top of my painting. And it was interesting to use liquid acrylic inks over watercolors. I haven't done that before, but I figured that was really the only way to salvage this page. The cat was not going to be. Maybe I'm going to start calling these cat flowers. I don't know. What do you think? But anyway, I hope that this gives you a real life look into what happens when you attempt to do something and it just doesn't work. So this is my pep talk to you, that if you try and try and try and try really hard like I did and you still don't succeed, then make something else. There's always a way to make lemonade out of those lemons. There's always a way to recoup a painting, a page, your time, whatever it is that you're trying to recoup, your sanity. In my case, I did not want to shut this journal feeling frustrated. I did not want to live with that feeling of frustration. I wanted to close this book when I felt joy in my heart. And that is the essence of every single painting session I do or mixed media session I do. I live for that feeling of satisfaction, and that's the result of that. So this was your quick lesson on how to not paint a cat. And I hope that you will try something that scares you, and that if you don't succeed, you will try again anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.